U.S. forces will stay in Iraq as long as needed to help stabilize regions previously controlled by the Islamic State. A spokesman for the U.S.-led international coalition fighting the militants said on Sunday. We'll keep troops there as long as we think they're needed. The main reasons after ISIS is defeated militarily is the stabilization efforts, and we still need to be there for that. So that's one of the reasons we'll maintain a presence. Colonel Sean Ryan told a news conference in Abu Dhabi. Now, you won't see this story being reported by CNN, Fox, MSNBC, any of these cable networks, ONN, whichever one. But it's more important than the Omarosa thing, the Stormy Daniels thing, the Giuliani stuff. It's so much bigger than that because you have to understand we're talking about a war that was started based off of false charges, incorrect claims, and that for whatever reason Congress and the presidents that have succeeded Bush have allowed to keep going on unabated. Well, I know the reason it's the military contractors paying them out to keep this going on. But it's so disturbing that what they'll do is they'll go around and they'll tell you, well, we're having these wars so we can keep the terrorists from coming over here. Yeah. Well, the terrorists are, in this instance of the indefinite occupation going to be defeated, which would make one think, okay, well, if the mission's accomplished, why don't you just come home? So I want you to think about this. While the media is literally ignoring the fact the U.S. government effectively announced we don't care about the troops ever seeing their families again so long as we can just stay over here and continue policing this part of the world. And what I find so incredible is that when you go and you try to spread these stories online, these ones that are more significant but very, very underreported, you get almost the reverse effect of what should be intended. You see a lot of people who support, war and are hawks on this in these conflicts are not privy to this information because they're not looking for raw story. They're going on the cable networks and their websites. And the other component, other than the fact this is going on, is the fact that it's being underreported. Now, even if you thought it was a good idea to just stay there forever, you wouldn't want to know they're doing that. When I was going around and talking about the 717 billion, I kept trying to explain to people that it's not just whether you agree with me or don't agree that it could have been used for the working class. We're talking about a group of networks that have been bought out to the point of being quiet about global conflicts. We're currently bombing 7 countries. We have 900 military bases. We're supporting 73% of the world's dictatorships, and none of it gets talked about ever. And the closest you can come across to seeing someone that actually speaks about it are a couple of random people scattered throughout the U.S. All I hope is that anyone who sees this will recognize American imperialism being confirmed 2 days ago and a media and commentators who allow it to go on unabated. There is absolutely no justifiable reason to have won a conflict in another part of the world and just stay over there forever. But they know that, and that's why they have these stories that go completely unnoticed and unchecked by what is to be considered the mainstream media. They'll keep on playing this game about the Mueller probe and impeach Trump and all this other nonsense, but when actual issues that have to do with what is going on in the world and how the U.S. pertains to it, you won't hear anything. It'll just be silence. And that's sad.